I am the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you guys for joining us out here today. We have got a day for you. We have got our full setup all set up for some serious air gun testing. We're gonna be out here comparing a couple of really awesome GAMO air guns and just having a whole lot of fun. So keep watching. We got several videos going. We're gonna have fun with this thing. All right, guys, we've got the Swarm Fusion. We did the unboxing video on last week, and this thing, it seems like it's gonna be quite the beast. And I've got the Swarm Maxxim out here, which I have already sighted in and really gotten really well with the accuracy on this. So here's what we're gonna do today. We are going to do a few videos. We're going to break this one in. We're going to test out the iron sights and the scope. We're going to see how it compares with the Swarm Maxxim, and we're just gonna have a whole lot of fun shooting targets with air guns. I suggest you do the same. All right, guys, here's the beast. The GAMO Swarm Fusion Gen 2. You can see the new profile is slim. We've got the GAMO Swarm Maxxim, and the profile is significantly different, if you can see that. It's pretty amazing what they've done in terms of the engineering to allow the iron sights onto the gun itself. So let's stick the magazine in for the Swarm Maxxim. And that really gives you a good idea as to how they pan out side by side, which is really amazing, guys. The technology and the engineering that had to go behind that in order to get this to work is just awesome. So here's the other comparison. The front, you can see a clear difference between the Maxxim sound suppression over here and the Fusion on this side. The Fusion sound suppression is on the GAMO Swarm Magnum, but now they have put it onto the Fusion in order to decrease the sound. Here is the Swarm Maxxim magazine and the Swarm Fusion magazine. You can see there is some slight difference to the design. So what I want to know is, will they fit in their compatible guns swapped? So we'll take the Maxxim magazine and see if it will fit in the Fusion. That looks like a negative, Ghost Rider. Fit in this one, fits in super easy, you see? It's a slimmer profile on the top. So that proves it right there, that it doesn't look like these magazines are cross-compatible with the Swarm Fusion. Let's see if it's cross-compatible with the Swarm Maxxim. New magazine, right? That's a definite no. So the magazines on the Swarm Maxxim and the Swarm Fusion are not cross-compatible. You'll have to pick up the new magazines for the Fusion and just keep using your old Maxxim. It's hot, guys. It's very hot and it's humid, but that's okay because we are going to have fun out here anyway, and we got the shade up, so hey, not bad.
Better than before.
All right, let's do a sound comparison between the GAMO Swarm Maxxim and the GAMO Swarm Fusion. We've got a decibel app, which is pretty dang awesome. Good call on that. We're gonna set it up right here in the middle of the guns. We're gonna fire both and see what it does. All right, shot one. Not gonna shoot for the target because I don't wanna hear the splatter back on it. So I'll just shoot for the dirt.
About 78.
78?
And closer to 79.
79?
79.
79 decibels. That's pretty quiet. All right, now let's do the GAMO Swarm Maxxim.
Still about 79.
I didn't catch that one.
It's about 79 max. Something like that. Right there.
78.3.
So they're about the same.
We're seeing about the same.
still says 78, but the sound, that almost does sound like it's quieter.
It sounds like it's quieter from our end.
79.
79, all right, do that one again. $78.
Roughly about the same.
Well, guys, I think this is interesting because the Fusion is supposed to be the quietest technology for the GAMO. However, I think part of what we're getting here is that the Swarm Maxxim has been used significantly, and so it's very well worked in. So we may be getting some extra sound off of this off the get-go. So as we break it in and sight it in, we'll take this again and see how it goes at the end of our shooting.
I'm gonna probably put it right next to it. $76 right there.
Only 76, huh?
Yeah, but that was right next to it. Whereas it's here on the table, it was probably feeling the vibrations on the table.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Maybe.
All right, let's try it again.
77.
77, huh?
$76.
76, all right. Good to know. Note to self, keep your hands out of the way of this freaking thing when it closes. Huh.
75.
We are starting to get quieter and quieter with this, which is very interesting. All right, let's do that with the Swarm Maxxim now. I'll hold it. 77.7. 78. 78. All right, so we're starting to see it quiet out after only 10 shots. That's really interesting findings though. Let's keep going. We're gonna keep working this in and see how it does. Okay, take a look at the insides. We've got the GAMO Swarm Maxxim on this side, and its system racks the bullet or the pellet straight in like so. If you watch, see that comes out and that sticks the pellet into the barrel. Whereas this one, the GAMO Swarm Fusion, is set up entirely different. You can see from the backside that it's a completely different revolution, and the actual magazine itself revolves in. And you can see the actuator on the inside. It pushes into the barrel right there. You can see that. So that is how they allow this to get slimmer and closer to the gun, is because it actually rotates now instead of being in a fixed position with the GAMO Swarm Maxxim. It's pretty cool engineering, wouldn't you say?
Pretty interesting.
All right, let's go take a look at that. Okay, so the GAMO Swarm Fusion, out of the box, I was actually shooting high. You can see a few hits in the back there on the backstop, and that was from the iron sights initially out of the box. So once I figured that it was shooting high, I started to bring them down. So I brought it down further, and then there, and then I re-sighted it one more time, and this is the grouping that I got at 20 yards. Out of the box, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots, I believe. Maybe it's just 4, but that right there is the grouping that I got. Again, with the iron sights, those were shots 15 through 20. And that just shows how accurate this thing is. I mean, initially, we haven't even gotten through the break-in period yet. Let's go take a look. We like saying that a lot around here. Shots 20 through 30. You can see this is where the last grouping was. Everything is just hitting right in there and blowing a hole through this. That is fantastic. Dude, this thing is sighted in at 20 yards, folks, and that was shot 31. Usually you have to put a few hundred rounds through these things in order to get them really sighted in, but I'm already resetting the target that we're shooting at with the Maxxim with this thing. and that's just with iron sights. Iron sights. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. This is getting fun, man. This is getting really fun. Shot for shot, guys. Shot for shot. We are getting accuracy at 20 yards with the Fusion. And this is shot 34. 31 through 34 dead shots, 20 yards at this squirrel target. That's fantastic. I mean, the accuracy that we're getting out of this is just impeccable. Again and again. Consistent shot strings, folks. We are using GAMO rockets right now for this sighting in. This is shot around 50, right? I believe. Let's test the sound and see how we're doing now that it's had 50 rounds through it. All right, listen carefully. Ready?
76.
76.
It's about the same. 77. 77. 75.
They're coming for us.
I thought those were different kind of sirens.
Yeah.
Starting to worry. Still, the look on your face said the same thing that I was thinking.
I know. I would say we're giving this thing a run for its money. Man.
Holy cow. Those are some crazy welts in that metal.
Okay guys, I've got the scope mounted. The interesting thing on the GAMO Swarm Fusion scope that came in the box is that the mount is actually lower. It's closer to the pellet rifle itself compared to the Fusion. You can see, or the Maxxim, there is a greater gap under the scope on this one, whereas here, if you can see that, there's less of a gap. So what they did is they mounted it lower in order to get it closer to the actual rifle itself, thanks to the technology on the front, which keeps everything closer to the profile of the pellet rifle. All right, guys, I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you for watching what we have learned so far in our comparison between the GAMO Swarm Maxxim and the GAMO Swarm Fusion. 1, the technology allows the magazine to sit closer to the barrel. 2, the scope also sits closer to the barrel on this, and they actually come with the mount already mounted and ready to go for you out of the box. 3, the GAMO Swarm Fusion actually has a little bit more recoil, which is very interesting. Now, again, that could be because it's a brand new gun and we've already worked in the GAMO Swarm Maxxim from a whole lot of shooting. Not sure, but we've put about 120 rounds through this so far, and I still feel the recoil. It's a couple decibels quieter than the GAMO Swarm Maxxim. We've compared that on a decibel gauge. It's actually an app, works with the phone, which is pretty cool. And we can see that it's quieter, and the accuracy out of the box is fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It is a blast. We're having a great time, so keep watching. We got more coming. That's pretty comfortable. Woohoo! Let's give it a shot. Or 2 or 60. We're in bug territory. Yes! Wow. I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Yes, I'm the Dollar Sportsman. I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Having fun out here. And just enjoy all of this. Because after watching these videos, I hope you do. Yeah, buddy.